Welcome back, my friend. I hope you're doing good. And if it's your first time in, I say welcome to you for the first time. Remembering one thing, as we plow through this, I'm going to say this a couple of times. Pay for your ticket, which means like and subscribe. Welcome in, guys. It's the EFL first round. Sheffield United taking on Wrexham. This has happened before, yeah? If you cast your minds last year, I'm going to remind you about all of what's coming. But these guys have done business before. It's the Blades taking on the Red Dragons at Bramall Lane, EFL Cup round one. It's going to be a barn burner. Blades fans, you're expecting a victory, aren't you? What's the score going to be? What's the score going to be? And who's going to be the man to do it? In fact, who do you foresee being the star of the game, the man of the match for Sheffield United? Like I say, what's the score going to be? And how bad can it be? Wrexham fans, likewise. You got a lot of guys up front. Sheffield fans, there's a lot of good players on Wrexham's team. And this squad this year is better than the team you played last year. I guarantee you that. Wrexham fans, back me up here. Back me up. Tell them down below. Tell them Sheffield fans down below how much better the 8 acquisitions this season have been for Wrexham and how much better the team and the squad is. We got highlights. Lots of highlights. You've got to stick around for this. Both Sheffield fans and Wrexham fans. We've got stats. We've got news. We've got opinions. We've got a game prediction. We've got game talk. And I got 4 more questions for you that are relevant to this game and to the league situation for both clubs. So hang around, stick around, and get into this. Let's start off with last year, February 7th, 2023. Sheffield United taking on the Wrexham after a thrilling 3-3 draw at the racecourse ground, whereby Wrexham were winning 3-2 with seconds on the clock and a corner came over. And Sheffield United equalised. I think it was McBurney. I might be wrong, but I know Sheffield equalised for a 3-3 to take it back to Bramall Lane. And this is what happened once it got there. Enjoy. We've got more highlights coming. But it was one-way traffic in that sense. But give Wrexham credit. They were a League Two team then, doing battle to try and get out of League Two into League One and put up a real good fight against Sheffield United, who, let's face it, were a big Premier League team, yeah? So, just saying. So, let's take a look at Wrexham's league opener against Wycombe Wanderers a couple of days ago. And I tell you what, Sheffield fans, keep your eyes on this. This was a spectacular game and well above the standard of a regular League One game. Enjoy. Wrexham versus Wycombe at the weekend 3-2. What a fantastic game that was. It was a nail-biter, an absolute nail-biter. I said in the pre-game it was going to be a nail-biter. That was a nail-biting finish with absolutely great entertainment. Nobody was let down by that game, not even the Wycombe fans, the way they nearly clawed back and got a point out of it. And yeah, they clipped the bar as well, remember? So also had quite a few chances that they could have scored, should have scored, but didn't score. So got to say, Wrexham defended with all their might. Great defending. But at the end of the day, it finishes 3-2. Now, let's take a look at Sheffield United's Championship League opener on the road, an away day at Preston North End. There's sound effects in this one, be warned, but they are for a reason, and you will realise why I put them in there, and then you'll laugh. But if your goalkeeper did this, tell me after what you think about the goalkeeper and what he did and what you think about that. Enjoy. You got to shake your head at a goalkeeper that does that. I mean, everybody's working, subs included, the training team, everybody's working all week long for the game. And then your goalkeeper does something like that. I mean, I can understand Sheffield's got green on their outfit there, but he's not invisible. Why is the keeper throwing it right at his feet? Why is he not hanging on to it and just thinking a little bit? You know, there's a lot of goalkeepers out there that have a rush of blood to the head. That was one of those moments. Sheffield United won't mind. Anyway, got some questions coming to you, as we normally do. 4 of the finalists. Here we go. First question. Take a look. So, Blades fans, will Sheffield get promoted at the first attempt and get back in the Premiership? And I believe that would be the 3rd Premiership promotion in the last 5 years. But question is basically, Blades fans, are you going to get back to the Premiership at the first attempt? Down below, give us an answer. Cheers. Next question. Both sets of fans, Sheffield and Wrexham. Do you want a cup run? Are you willing to go on a long cup run and waste some energy and travel time and all sorts of get long legs at the end of the season when you should be thinking about saving your legs for them league games that are going to be possibly promotion games for both clubs? So again, I ask you, do you want a cup run or do you not? And if you could guarantee getting to Wembley at either cup, EFL or FA Cup, and getting in the final and winning it, then yes, I'm on that boat too. But unfortunately, I want to see what you think. Do you want league games and no cup run, or do you want a cup run? Down below. Next question. Pretty simple. Who's your winner? What's the scoreline? Who's your winner? What's the scoreline? Down below. Next question. This one to Wrexham fans. Is Jack Marriott's goal on the weekend as great a goal as it was with its tic-tac-toe play, especially the finesse flick from big man Ollie Palmer? I mean, who's he think he is? Lionel Messi? But Jack Marriott's finish, Ronaldo-esque, into the top corner. Is that, like they're touting, the goal of the season? Or would you think, per se, it's possibly a goal of the season contender at this stage, considering it's game 1? Moving on. There you go. That's the prediction image. That's what I'm saying. You know what? I always bring what I see. And Sheffield fans, you'd be smiling about that one. Wrexham fans, you won't be too disgruntled because, let's face it, there is a swath between these two teams. But you got to say, both teams are in decent form. And coming into this one, nothing's to gain, nothing to lose for Wrexham to go for it. But you have to say, Sheffield United definitely touted to win this. The odds 2-1 on for Sheffield to win, 3-1 on against for Wrexham. Is this in actual fact like David and Goliath? Do you think this is David and Goliath? Is this David and Goliath to you? Do Wrexham want revenge from the last time out? Interesting. We'll get to that. You've seen the highlights. Last time out, 3-1 win. Bad finish. Unfortunate finish. You know, Maxi Kluwer slips up. Yeah, it's 2-1. Then quick counter attack, it's 3-1. Do Wrexham want to go back and gain revenge? Do they feel they left something on the table per se? Yeah, who knows? Anyway, last time that Wrexham beat Sheffield United was quite a few years ago. Quite a few. 1989. Yeah, 1989. Sounds like 1889, doesn't it? 1989, 17th of January. It was a 2-1 win for Wrexham, and that was in the Sherpa Vans Trophy. Yeah. Now, talking about Sheffield United in the game, on the board, got to go to the board like I do. And like I say, Sheffield United fans, you're expected to win this. It's David and Goliath per se. What's the scoreline going to be? Who's going to do the damage from your team? Who is going to do the damage? And who do you think, or what do you think is the worst case scenario on this game for Sheffield against Wrexham? Down below, make it interesting. You drop a comment, I drop a comment, people join in, and then it grows. Now, as far as United go on the board, United fast, technically gifted up front. I've watched recently what they do, and I'm impressed with the high level of fitness and speed that they can operate with when they get the chance to move on a counter attack. They're very, very fast. Got lucky, you can say, in the opener against Preston for sure. But hey, when the keeper wants to cough you something, hey, being aware, it gets you that goal. So I'm just saying, United look hungry, look ready, big favourites for this one. Got to say, 3-3 draw last year at Wrexham, then turned into a 3-1 win for Sheffield United last year in the FA Cup, not the EFL Cup. Could it be a repeat? United fans, could it be a repeat? Chris Wilder, in my mind, and I'm sure he will field quite a few squad players in this game to get it off the ground. No need to come in with the big guns, apparently. There's enough quality in United's squad to get this one done and get it home. Like I say, United are the favourites to win this one. If not, Wrexham really did punch above their weight, but that would not be a shock. Wrexham's definitely capable. And if you look at the pre-season form, United fans, what Wrexham had to do, Bournemouth 1-1, Chelsea 2-2, Vancouver Whitecaps in Vancouver Stadium, thrashed them 4-1, Fleetwood 1-0, and recently the 3-2 win, at home against Wycombe Wanderers. So looking at that form, United fans, you've got to give them some credit. Wrexham's got some form. Anyway, Chris Wilder, seasoned coach, knows what he's doing. He can literally bring in a few guys that are not getting time and still get the job done. Remember, United fans, big game on Saturday, QPR at home. Now, Wrexham, different kind of story. I don't want a cup run. You know I don't, Wrexham fans. Do you want a cup run? And if so, why? I want to see all the energy on the league again. So please, I ask you, if you want a cup run, what's the benefit? Like I say, if you can guarantee getting to Wembley, I'm with you. I want to go to Wembley too. I'll buy that ticket. Oh, bloody yes, I'll buy that plane ticket too. But can you guarantee an FA Cup or an EFL Cup final? You can't. So there's a lot of games there that may well get in the way of, per se, both teams, in essence, Sheffield and Wrexham, in pursuit of promotion. Sheffield want to get back in the Premiership, yeah? Wrexham are looking to get into the Championship. And if they do get in the Championship, like one of the families sort of noted down below, I'll get that name and I'll get back to you, basically said, like, we shouldn't be thinking about going up again. A fourth promotion could be too much to grasp for. Maybe if we get promoted this year, saying Wrexham, if Wrexham get promoted this year from League One into the Championship, they should hunker down in the Championship for a couple of years and get used to that elevation before exhausting all resources by trying to get in the Premiership. There's one thing to get there. Sheffield United show how tough it is to stay there. Point taken, yeah? Anyway, moving on. Phil Parkinson. Does he field a go out and get it team? Go for the win? Or does he field a team for Damcon? Remembering, big game on the weekend for Wrexham is Bolton Wanderers on the road on Sunday. Don't exhaust yourself. It's early season. So like I say, I don't need a tough away day. I'd sooner get there with a fresh team and everybody, the full complement, and no exhausted and no injuries and nobody trying to go for something that wasn't worth going for, per se. I'm not saying turn up and lose, not at all. See what happens on the night, but I think that squad players on both teams need to be used. That's what I'm saying. Looking at it this way, I don't expect Wrexham to win. I expect Sheffield United to win it. Absolutely. And that's what I'm saying in a nutshell. They are good enough to do it. They should do it. And if it goes any other way, it will be an upset. But it just matters, or it just measures in people's minds, how big an upset would this be? Had Wrexham been in League Two still, and then get a result against Sheffield United, that's huge. Had it had happened last year, that would have been huge when Wrexham were League Two. Now that they're closer together, it's not such a big upset. That's what I'm saying. Down below, who's winning? What's the score? And by the way, Wrexham fans, how many people are going to Bramall Lane? That's what I'm asking you, please. So shutting this one down, Blades fans, realise this. Wrexham has a stronger team this season than they did last time you played them. They've brought in 8 players in the off-season, and the players that they offloaded were quality players for where they were in League Two. But as this club is growing, so is the quality of the squad. So again, I'm going to say, Sheffield fans, Wrexham are not the club you played last year. And watching this team, as I do, they bring a very good brand of football. However, like I said before, you are the guys that should beat them. And in history, head-to-head, Sheffield is 5-4-3. 5 wins, 4 draws, and 3 losses against Wrexham. So, historically, and with the teams lined up right now, it should be Sheffield that moves through. But are we in line for an upset? Is it in fact David and Goliath? And I say again, I ask you please, what's your score? And who's going to do the damage? And who do you expect really to be in the next round? And like I say, do you really want a cup run? Sheffield United, Wrexham, Bramall Lane. Let's have it.